Stay on them. I'm going to loop around. Stay on. Yeah, cool. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Yeah. No, just let her record. Let her run.
I will correct you. Oh, the blue? What do you want me to do? I'll go get them.
Okay.
Waiting for them.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Just as long as you stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Just as long as you stand by me. just know that you stay by me. Oh, darling, just as long as you stay by me. Yeah, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And oh, please say to me, you let me be your man. And please say to me, you let me hold your hand. Now let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. You and I touch you, I feel.
If you'd please be seated. Well, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Nancy Dukas and I have the pleasure of performing this marriage ceremony here today. On behalf of Sarah and Chris, welcome and thank you for being here. They are delighted that you're here today to share in their joy during this wonderful moment in their lives. By your presence, you celebrate with them the love they have discovered in each other, and you support their decision to commit themselves to one another for the rest of their lives. Not all of those near and dear to us are able to attend these special moments in our lives. Sarah's grandparents, Earl and Barbara, were unable to attend, as well as Chris's granddad, Wally Fisher, but they are sending their love and their very best wishes to our couple. We would also like to honor, by name, those who have passed on but hold a very special place in our couple's hearts. Bill and Margaret Green, Lorna Fisher, William Newell, and Alan Jacklin. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add our best wishes, which will unite these two together in marriage. You who are gathered here today are witnesses, and you are called to continue your support and encouragement as they unite in marriage. We have a reading given by our couple's good friend, Rebecca. She's also the designer of all of the beautiful signage you've seen so far throughout the event. Rebecca, would you come up?
Good afternoon. Okay. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring, and may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you and you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not out-encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another, and not fail in all the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often say, "I love you," and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have good sense enough to take the first steps back. May you enter into the mystery which is the awareness of one another's presence, no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are separate rooms or even distant cities. Thank you.
Weddings. A year of anticipation that starts with an engagement. A year full of planning, discussions, compromises, dresses, colors, flowers. Military leaders could take lessons from brides-to-be on the logistics and execution of bringing together family and friends for a wedding day. All of this time, effort, financial investment, emotional investment. One would think that this day was the culmination of a lifetime instead of just one day, but a very special day. A day filled with a rainbow of emotions, memories in the making, as well as those recalled. One day in a lifetime of days past and those yet to come. What if we took the same kind of care, the focus, the energy, and investment of our personal resources and applied that to our marriages? With that kind of attention to detail and focus on our personal investment in one another, in our marriage, we would be unstoppable. This person is an intimate and intricate part of the fabric of your life, and like any fabric expected to last, needs gentle and attentive handling. This is what I wish for you, Sarah and Chris, to take away with you this day with your vows to one another, that you need to handle each other with care and compassion, with understanding and forgiveness, and offer one another unconditional support throughout your partnership in life, no matter what life brings your way. As Sarah and Chris's family and friends, it is our responsibility to show them the support and encouragement that they need as this new family that they have declared themselves. Their choice to wed one another is a public declaration that they have chosen each other to form a new and separate entity that will stand together as one. And as those who love them, we have an obligation to encourage and support them as they develop their relationship and the traditions that will be unique to them. We have another reading. It's called The Union, The Beginning to End by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks. All those sentences that began with, "when we're married," and continued with, "I will, and you will, and we will." Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe. And all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things will never be quite the same between you again. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, "This is my husband, and this is my wife." So let's get to the questions. First for you, Chris. Chris, you've chosen Sarah to be your wife. Will you love and respect her? Will you be honest with her always, and will you stand by her through whatever may come? And Sarah, you have chosen Chris to be your husband. Will you love and respect him? Will you be honest with him always, and will you stand by him through whatever may come? And do you both promise to make the necessary adjustments in your personal lives in order that you may live in a harmonious relationship together?
We do.
In the spirit of joy and affirmation, I'd like to ask our guests a question. Do you, the families and friends of Sarah and Chris, give them your blessing and support? No queuing. Wishing them a wonderful life together? Yes. Well done. And they weren't even at the rehearsal. Well, I was going to ask you to hold hands, but you've covered that, so why not face each other and hold both hands? These are the hands of your best friend. They are strong and vibrant with love. These hands, which are holding yours this day, are the hands of the one who is promising to love you as you pledge your commitment to each other for all the remaining days of your lives. These are the hands which have worked alongside you and will continue to build your future together. These are the hands which will hold you tight as you struggle through difficult times, which will comfort you when you are sick and will console you when you grieve. These hands will passionately love and cherish you throughout the years, as you laugh and cry, as you share your innermost secrets and dreams. These same hands will support you as you pursue those dreams. Together, as a team, your hands holding each other, your wishes will be realized. Sarah and Chris, we now come to your vows. May I remind you that saying your vows is one thing, but nothing is more challenging than living them day by day. What you promise today must be renewed tomorrow and each day that stretches out before you.
Sarah, you're the most kind and generous person I know. I remember the first time we met, first phone call, and then meeting you out in front of Duffy. I remember your energy and magnetic personality. It felt like we'd already known each other. I love your loyalty to those close to you. You love your friends and family so much, and always strive to help them. I think that says so much. I love how you're always up for an adventure, even if it's not your thing. I love you even though you never look at the things I point out while we're driving. You turn your head up from your phone long after we've driven. I promise to compromise when we have disagreements. I'll pick up my underwear off the floor in the morning. You learn how to wrap up the cheese before you put it back in. I promise to always support your ambitions and to be your center. I promise to love you unconditionally for the rest of your life. No one can tell us what our future holds, but I'm so happy to be facing with you. You're such an amazing, such an amazing, bright, and vibrant person.
There's a little bit chap. Chris Green. Within 2 days of meeting you, you became my favorite person, and almost 5 years later, you still make my heart sick. You are physically the strongest person I know, and are always up for a challenge, whether it be building this arbor we stand in front of, good job, completing the list of tasks your mom has for you when you go and visit, or carrying Earl across a bunch of boulders before you hop into whitewater and kayak down some dangerous rapids. You are never too tired to help others. I literally wrote this while watching you help your dad rig up a way to bring the raft in from the river. It looked exhausting and rather risky. But I always feel safer when I'm with you. You are clever and smart and rarely make fun of me when you happen to come across my most recent Google search of a word for which I didn't know the meaning. Now I have some promises to make to you. I promise to take care of you and to keep your heart safe. I promise to be your lifelong fishing buddy, whether you like it or not. I promise to stay open-minded, be your adventure pal, and take road trips with you to anywhere we desire. You make me laugh in unexpected ways. You're full of surprises, and most importantly, Earl loves you a lot. You also clean up really well, and that doesn't hurt one bit. Am I right? Alright. Though I may still pick the wrong ones every so often, I promise to choose my battles wisely and to always try to see your side. I promise as we continue to grow and change throughout our lives to keep getting to know you, to ask questions and listen to the answers, though I will sometimes ask you to repeat them. I vow to make you laugh as often as possible and will never stop flirting with you. I will make you pull cork 4 times a year. I am in this with you wholeheartedly. You will never have to wonder. You will never have to question. I am all in.
Sorry.
I will choose you every time for all time. You are my heart and soul, my rock and roll, and I promise to love you as hard as my whole being can love for the rest of our lives.
Oh yeah, very well. Oh, here we go. May I have the rings, please?